Okay, I'm going to put up another map that'll show you the pit we're going to now, and you'll be able to see that. And I'll put up another one where you can see what it looks like from today. I'll have to trust Google on that one. So I'll catch up to you there. Right here, and we can see some remnants of ties in different places. So that's what I saw when I was coming up the road, because there's the main line over there, and I could see this knoll behind those houses. So I just, in the back of my mind, I think it's the spur, but I'm just not sure. She found an old chair. So now, even this looks like it could be something, I'm just not sure, but there's something definite here, But then again, when I look over there, looks like something's going on there too. But I'm sure they had roads in here too where, they were moving gravel around. Okay, so here's the first foundation. So I'll get up there and I'll give you a look at it. So the thing is that I haven't seen a dominant spur here or on any maps, but the other two pits had definite spurs. So I'm thinking this one had one also. I mean, the main line is just on the other side of this hill. So what was this? Could this have been something that, loaded railroad cars at one time? I'm just not sure. Now, what do you think these metal things were? These galvanized metal tubes. Yeah. Here's another look at that. Okay, I'm going to put up some information about the Butler Brothers Construction Company. I think you'll like this. This is where history intermingles. And, this is where I get sidetracked. And a lot of the sand and gravel in this area, back in the very early 1900s, made its way all the way up to the cities and was used up there. And the Butlers were major contractors. And I'll put up the story. And they built the Minnesota Capitol. Yeah, that's really cool history. Okay, that's where we just were. And there's another foundation here. I wonder what this is. Looks like somebody marked it for something. That stone?
Yep.
Okay, here's a foundation here. Right here. Looks like it's about 35 or 40 feet long. So what do you think that was? And what is this? It looks like it's inside the building. There's some concrete out here, and all around it's like a concrete walled hole. And it's definitely inside the building, because here's the wall on this other end, going out this way. So the end of the building is somewhere out here is where the end of the building is. And that's like in the center of the building. This, that almost looks like the track for a door or something. Okay, somebody's been surveying, because here Diane found another one of these things.
Follows the line.
So it's the corner of the building, right here. So the other one was out there. So that's how big the building is, from here to the end. So this is probably about a good 25 feet or something. So about 25 by 35. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That's another area I think that could have been dug out. There's water in there. That's the remnants of what's left. They sure moved dirt around, didn't they? And then there's that other foundation. And there's a lady picking burrs off of her. So we're going to head down the road again. Isn't that interesting history about the Butler Brothers? And there's so many other things that they built that were just awesome projects if you ever do some research on them. So we're going to be following this rail bed again. Diane's got the camera. You can see it, it's dominant. And it's all on county property right now, county park property. So now I'll show them this road here. This is, you can see that it's just a narrow one-way path now. And this actually goes through a couple pieces of property here. I was on the Dakota property finder, but I think the county made a deal with them, because this is actually a boat landing up here. A couple of garbage cans, and then somewhere right about in here, this all changes again, and this is all county property. So I don't feel too bad about being here. And this at one time was a road that crossed the river. There was a bridge here. Here's another survey staker, so I don't know what they're actually doing out here. And we'll get out now and we'll take a look around. It's nice back here, isn't it? So right here, right about here, is where this road crossed, and you can see some of the remnants of the old bridge that was here. But we're here to see that over there. That's the railroad crossing. You can see how high up that rail bed is back there. So that's the road, and that's the rail bed over there. This is kind of cool, huh? All those stone. I'm gonna walk around the other side over there. Watch yourself. More burrs. Isn't this grand history? There's so much history in Randolph that I could probably make 6 or 7 videos just of the railroad history, but you know, there's lots of private property, and I think some of it would be hard to get into. But this is still worth the trip, hey? And it's county property, so you can come down and see this yourself. Diane started walking back here, and she found this. It's an old telephone pole right there. So I'm following this. You know, it's running pretty straight, and then now I see some kind of a curve here, and it doesn't look right to me. So now I have to check this out. I'm wondering if this is part of the spur. So I'm gonna have to go up there now and look. So that I know is the main line there, going across. But then you can see where this section's coming off. And you can see how this is curving and going out this way. Okay, so I think now we have the main line there, and I think this was the spur, or I should say the other end of a siding. So this must have been a siding at one time. That's what I think. I wish I could see a railroad tie in here somewhere.
What?
A railroad tie.
Yeah.
See how this is coming. And I believe this was all man-made. Now, see where it's curving and going back out that way. So I think there's a junction here where the railroad split at this end. And one went straight across as your main line, and another one came in as a spur. So I'm coming from that way. And yeah, I think this could have been the spur. And it's coming in here. And you know what? It's heading over where we saw that first ruins. There's where that first ruins was, right over there. So I'm wondering if this had something to do with loading the cars. Huh. That's pretty cool. So that brought us back to the park. You can see Diane back there. She's going to take the street back, and I'm going to walk the railroad bed all the way to the end. So she's walking the street, and I'm walking the railroad. There's the main line. I'm coming in from another direction, and I think this was a siding, just because of the way it's shaped and everything. So I'm thinking siding. See how it's curving? This one's going straight on, and I'm watching it here, and it seems to be all coming together here. Seems to be all coming together. And we got left and right here. And it looks like it's still coming together. It's going to come together right about where that tree is up there. So yeah. So now I'm seeing definite ties that's in the ground. Yep. Definite railroad ties all the way through here. Yeah, now that I walk this whole section, even from here, you can see the main line here going straight on, and then you can see where it's curving off over there. And that had to be the siding coming off of this. This is so cool. Wife's getting in the truck. I wonder if this was actually remnants of the pits also. You know, there's a lot of hills and stuff on the other side over there as well. So I can't go much further, or I'll be in the water. So I'm sidestepping. So if you see the camera rolling on the ground, you'll know my foot slipped. I told my wife I'd be okay here, so I can't fall. Okay, we're back down where we started from. Okay. Yeah. So that way's going to Stanton. So I do have a video of what I made in Stanton, and I will plug that in at the end of this video with a couple other ones, so that if you wanted to, you can see it. So I gotta get back up to the truck now. She's waiting on me. Well, we are at Woody's Pumpin' Munch in Randolph now. Yeah, we bought some chips, a couple of Cokes, a piece of pizza, and we're gonna call this video done. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we saw a lot of history just on that one street. But let's remember that that railroad is following the road, and it really is on private property. So don't go wandering around on that property in there. Look at it from the street like I did, and give everybody some respect for their property. And I will see you on my next one. God bless you all. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to see you at the Randolph Railroad Show. Their train days, Randolph Train Days. That's right. That's the railroad show. It's a model railroad show, and it's in, I believe, the high school. And it's easy to find. You just drive down the road, Main Street in Randolph, and it's on the right. You'll see it. And on the 28th, I'm going to go and take video of that like I usually do. So I hope to see some of you there. Take care.